guys, Erkan here from EK Lawn and Garden Services, and welcome to the channel. This is the fourth video, and what I would like to cover today is safety. So safety equipment, safety gear while you're doing your lawn mowing or lawn care business. It's very important to obviously make sure that you are safe when you are lawn mowing and whippersnipping or using any sort of outdoor equipment in the job or on the job. And the three essential things that I obviously think come to mind is obviously the basics, but there is more to safety than you think, especially when you are doing this as a business. You need to make sure you cover all safety gear for yourself to protect yourself in long term, definitely for the long term. So what I will do is I will show you the gear that I use, but these aren't the gears that I initially started with. So I worked my way through, discovering bigger and better safety equipment and more reliable safety equipment as I progressed in my business. You trial things as you go, and you find which ones actually suit you better. So I will tell you what I basically use now, but also advise you what I started with and how I came to discover these particular safety equipments. So I'm just going to flip the camera around, guys, show you what I've got. I've got them all displayed here, as you can see. But the three main essential things that I really started with was with eyewear. So I'll just grab these and I'll just show you. I've got two at the moment. Okay. Now, one is obviously your standard eye gear safety, and the other one is a shaded safety glass. Now, God forbid you're edging or mowing and a debris or a rock or some sort of material flips out and it hits you on the eye, you're basically gone. You could lose your eye. So it's very important to have your eyewear. Now, these aren't very expensive safety eyewear, but you know what, they do the job. And I've tried many different ones, but I found that these two are the most comfortable. They don't fog up. They are very reliable, and they're tough. So yeah, the second one is obviously gloves. Now, I've tried many gloves, but at the end of the day, these are the gloves that are very compatible with me. They are ironclad gloves. They're very hardy and tough. They're very resistant. They've got this very, very tough leather on the inside, and the external is a hard rubber. And it's been with me now for the last 6-7 months, and they still look brand new. So, and you don't have to wear them in, guys. They just fit straight in. They depending on your size. So just make sure you know your sizes. Your third one is your ear protection. Now, that's a must, especially when you're working with heavy machinery, loud equipment. I've basically got this, which is a Guard-All. Now, the standard decibels for your ear is about a speaking level of a human being, which is about 60, 65 decibels max. Your machines can go up to 90 to 120 decibels, so you need to reduce the noise level. And these quite work well. I've tried others where you've got your earphones and so forth. They don't cut the noise out. This is a noise cancellation ear protection gear. Also, it's Bluetooth, so obviously you can take phone calls, and it actually reduces the noise level. And if you like listening to some tunes, it actually allows you to hook up to your phone and listen to your tunes while you're mowing and working. What I definitely would recommend is making sure that your tunes aren't very loud. Beats the purpose of protecting your ears as well. Okay, so the three main essential ones that I started with, guys, and I started with other brands, but I just found that these three type of safety gear and these brands work well with me. Coming to the next thing was obviously shoes. Now, I've tried many different shoes, but these are what currently I'm using, which are Cujo, and I purchased these online through a website called Cujo Yardwear. They're an American-based family company who've come up with this particular shoe. Now, what I've got on me as well is the shoes that I did use, which are your New Balance. Look, they're great. Sports shoes are great, but unfortunately they do not protect you in a way where it's the dew and so forth. So that basically is one of the main reasons why I got Qjos. The Qjos are, designed for landscaping and designed for lawn mowing. They don't get wet. The dew, the water doesn't go through. It's got a protective seal, synthetic seal on the top, and it's very breathable, very comfortable. So you're, out and about for 8 hours. You want something very comfortable. And I've tried work boots. They're not very comfortable. At the end of the day, Redbacks and your other working boots just don't really do the job. Your Asics and Adidas's, they're all great, but at the end of the day, they get really soggy and wet, especially, in the morning dew. Now, the other thing that I would definitely recommend is this thing here, which is basically your sunscreen protection. Now, 50 plus, SP 50 plus, definitely, because you're in the sun all day. You're basically going to be exposed, and you don't want long-term sustained injuries like melanoma, cancers and so forth on your skin. So I'd highly recommend that you use, whether it's winter or summer, use an SP plus 50 or 50 plus to protect your skin. The other two that I've got there, the two bottles, one's a hand sanitizer, and the other one is a sort of like a cologne, disinfected alcohol, where you basically get all the grime and rubbish and clean your hands and your face with, if you've got no exposure to water. But that's a quick alternative that I keep in the van. All right, guys, they're pretty much some of the safety gear that I use, which is very essential at the end of the day, as I said. Now, myself here, I've actually got all my gear on that I use on a daily basis. So starting with the cap, I use the cap obviously to protect my eyes from hitting my head on a debris or a branch or anything like that, but mainly to protect the debris that comes around, falling anywhere from the above or flying through. It does really protect your eyes, especially when you've got the sunglasses as well. It's just added protection. The shirt that I use obviously is a working shirt, but I made sure I tried a few different types of shirts and found some of them can be very heavy when you're especially sweating. So winter and summer, what I've decided to do is get a 50 blend of polyester and 50 blend of cotton, which is very, very good because it breathes and it dries quickly. I utilize long sleeve. Now you want to protect, as I said, so I've got minimal amount of area exposed to the sun, but especially when you're doing hedging and pruning and tree lopping or something like that, pruning bushes, you're going to get scratched. So the long sleeve is going to protect you. Short sleeve is great if you're just doing lawn mowing, but you're going to get debris all over your arms and so forth. So to protect your body, I prefer long sleeve. I'll just stand up and I'll show you the pants that I wear. Now the trousers, I've tried many different trousers, and one of the trousers that I used was like shorts and jeans and so forth, but unfortunately they don't work. They're not very great. I found especially with jeans, it gets too hot, especially in summer. Yeah, they're great for protection from lawn clippings and debris and all that, but after researching for a while, I actually found these particular ones. They're very lightweight. They're a Hardy brand, so you can pick them up from your local workwear stores, or you can go with the Ricky. So another thing is it's got great room for pockets and so forth to put your keys, phone, and your tools that you need, especially like you've got a couple of back pockets at the back. You got your side pockets, but then you've got these utility pockets where you can just put some cutters, your line trimmer and so forth in there. Another good thing about it is it is enclosed and stitched up here, so it's stretchable, but it covers your feet with the shoe, so you don't have to go and buy another guard on top to protect you from the debris, so the grass clippings and all that doesn't get into your shoes. Last but not least, you'll see I've got this sort of band around my neck, and what I use that for is it's a face tube. So basically I'll demonstrate. So when I'm mowing lawns, especially when I'm edging, you get a lot of debris coming through, and what happens is obviously it hits your face. Your eyes are protected, but your face isn't. So just generally just cover, 85-90% of your face from the debris, and a lot of the stuff that will come through. Sometimes you'll hit dog poo, unfortunately, and it'll splatter all over your face. So this actually protects you, and it's quite cool and comfortable, and especially in the summer when it gets a bit hot, you can actually wet this up and keep yourself nice and cool as well, guys. So, okay guys, that's pretty much all the safety gear and equipment that I utilize for my business. I hope this video did help you understand some of the safety gear that are important to be utilized. If you feel that it has been beneficial for you and you like the video, please give us a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I'll have more tips and tricks going forward. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take it easy, all the best, and thank you very much for watching. Greatly appreciated.